up, my geeks and freaks? Big Girl Geek here with a brand new review. It's Tuesday. That means y'all know I had to zoom over to Central City. I got there in a flash to check out the latest episode of The Flash, Season 5, Episode 14, Cause in Excess. Y'all know what time it is. It's time for
3, 2, 1.
All right, y'all know I have my notes, so I don't want to miss anything when discussing with you guys. And in case you did not know, I did a quick test run 1 hour prior to the show starting here Eastern Standard Time, so 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I went live here on YouTube to have a pre-show discussion. I had a good turnout, even though it was like last minute. So the feedback I got from that was that people enjoyed that, so I planned on doing that going forward when there's a new episode. Flash is about to go on break hiatus after this episode comes back in March. So we have a pre-show discussion to discuss things within the Flash, the Arrowverse, and any DC properties, and it went well. It is posted to my page, so you can check that out. And then I head over at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for when the Flash starts. I head over to my Twitter and I go live there, and we watch the show and we have fun. So if you want to partake in any of that, my Central City citizens, my Central City Flash geeks and freaks, please feel free to do so. Also, I just want to thank you. I don't know if I said it in my last couple videos, but I did reach the goal for February of 200 subscribers. I've surpassed that. So the next goal is, of course, to get to 250, then 300 ultimately. So I just want to say thank you to everyone so much for subscribing to the channel. I enjoy doing this, and I'm hoping you guys are enjoying the video. So like, share, leave comments, and subscribe. All right, now that housekeeping is out of the way, let's get into this episode and talk about Cause in Excess. What did you guys think? Let me know in the comments. So it started off with, we saw Cisco. Cisco's back. Finally, Cisco's back. Hallelujah. Praise Jesus. He's back. He was working in Icicle's, Caitlin's father's lab, working on the cure. He has finally finished the cure. He goes back to tell the team he finished the cure, but it's going to take about 30 days before it's fully ready to be administered to Cicada. So Sherlock Wells had the great idea of putting it into the Speed Force, and if they put it into the Speed Force, it only takes an hour before it's fully ready to be administered to Cicada. So Barry is then tasked with the job of going into the Speed Force for an hour, which is coincidentally is the time the entire show takes, going there for an hour to cook the cures to get it ready for Cicada now. So that means Grant was not in this episode. We did not see the Flash suit up or anything like that, suit up to stop a bad guy. He did suit up to go into the Speed Force. And the reason for that, if you did not know, is because they filmed this episode right when the Flash himself, Grant Gustin, was getting married. So that took him out of the episode. He couldn't film because he was, you know, preparing for his wedding. So that's why we did not see him. So congrats to him on that. But he was surely missed. Barry Allen was surely missed in this episode. So that's why we did not see him. So while he went into the Speed Force to let that cook, you know, the team hung out. Iris decided to go work on her article in her office, which came together beautifully, if I must say so myself. Cisco had a date. Ralph was helping him prepare for that in his Ralph way. Caitlin and Sherlock were working together. Even though we didn't see, working on something with the cure. I don't know what, because they said it was done. I think a device to administer the cure to Cicada is what she said. And Nora was just hanging around. So I did point out some few things in my notes here. Is it just me, or does Ralph look like he's wearing the same outfit every episode? Maybe it's just me. So we cut to Iris working on her article in her office, and Cicada finds her, and the good sis gets knocked out. It's like the first time in the Flash history 5 seasons we have seen our girl get knocked out. I jinxed it because I said something about it, I think on my live or in another video or something like that, about her never getting knocked out, and she got knocked out. I think, like I said, I think it was the first time in history. And the reason Cicada was able to find Iris is because after she stabbed him, she said, you know, we're going to beat you. He put 2 and 2 together, meaning I've been fighting, like, you know, these metahumans. She has a connection to the metahumans. She should have just, like I said in my last review, she should have just kept her mouth shut, and I knew that was going to come back to bite her. He said her name. He said Iris West Allen, which means he knows that she's married to Barry Allen. So it's not going to take long for him to put 2 and 2 together, I would think, and he would find out that Barry is the Flash, Nora is Excess, Cisco is Vibe, Caitlin's Killer Frost, Ralph is Elongated Man, all that stuff. So she, does her distress signal, so she called for help. Iris and Caitlin rush over in a flash to save Iris, and Caitlin ends up dying. I mean, the holler, the scream I let out when Caitlin died, I was like, oh Lord, finally, it's happened. She's out of here. We lost somebody. This is the big death that they've been doing the rumor about. But no such luck. No such luck. It was a tease. It was a tease, you guys. Nora decided to reverse time to fix it, and she's acting like she never reversed time before, so that whole scene was weird to me when she first got back after reversing time. So this time she tries to change it, keep Iris in Star Labs, and she thinks that's gonna fix it, but nope, it surely doesn't. That he, instead of going after Iris, he goes after Ralph and figure out Ralph is a elongated man. Now while all that is going on, we do cut to scenes of Cisco having his date, and it's not going well. Based off the materials that Ralph has given him, because he's done a background check on his date, he's trying to emulate other guys that she's dated in the past. Of course, him being a man, he doesn't realize that she's broken up with these guys, so maybe she doesn't like this type of guy for a reason. But the date's not going well, and he's getting all these vibes, what he thinks are deja vu of past scenes, but it's really just, what Nora had erased. He's getting visions of the other timeline. He's thinking it's deja vu. So yeah, I don't know how Cicada figured out Ralph was an elongated man. Like he said, I know who you are. You're an elongated man. I don't know how he figured that out. I don't know how he put two and two together. Like, he was looking for Iris, his dagger went off, so it alerted him that a metahuman was next door, but how he knew he was an elongated man, I don't know. Maybe I missed something. Let me know in the comments. And then he knows who Iris is, but the whole episode did not mention Barry Allen being a CSI or anything like that, so I don't know. And Ralph died in that timeline. I don't know how many times we gotta watch Ralph die, but so the whole thing, cause and effect, cause and excess. So of course then she went back in time again to try and stop Ralph and Iris from dying, and it ended up being, Iris and Caitlin dying. I think it ended up at that time being Cisco. Cisco caught the bullet. And then she went back in time, and then I think Cecile caught the bullet. I forget the order in which they all died, but everybody was catching the bullets. And I didn't understand why Nora just didn't go back the first time and tell them what was happening. They would understand. They would, like, if she did it, I could understand her trying to reverse it the first time. They know she can reverse time. I think she's told them this. So I don't know why she just didn't be upfront and honest the first time and save us a whole hour of pain and torture that was this episode of Cause and Excess. But throughout the time of her going back, every time she would come back after it wasn't fixed, she would get more and more like hyper and agitated and like, oh my God, I don't know why this is happening, and that was alerting Sherlock Wells to like, something's off here. It was alerting everybody. The more she did it, the more Sherlock got suspicious, and the more vibes Cisco was having. So basically, Wells and Wells died too. He figured it out. He was like, why don't you want your mother to leave Star Labs? He goes to Iris's office, gets kidnapped by Cicada, and before he does, he's like, you've been reversing time. He dies. He figures it out. She comes back one last time that she can't fix it, and when she goes into the group, before she even say anything, Iris says, you've been reversing time, haven't you? How they figured that part out, I don't know. I don't know if Wells said something to them. It was off screen. They just knew. And she said yes, and she admitted everything. She did it 52 times, you guys. 52 times before she asked for help. And she didn't even ask for help. They just outed her. So I can't for the life of me figure out why, nor she's seen it. So why, she knows if she comes up the street this way, he's going to throw the dagger. Why didn't she come from behind him, throw a bolt of lightning? Why didn't she fall from the sky on top of him? Why didn't she try different ways? Why was she trying to come in the same way and watch the same, and have the same outcome of him throwing the dagger, it coming up from behind and stabbing somebody from behind? I don't know. Barry is super smart. Iris is smart, and they have made their daughter dumb. Point blank honest, they made her dumb. I don't get it. So like I said, 52 times it happened. So they decide, they of course come up with a big plan. Now that everyone is in on what is going on to stop Cicada, they use Nora's reverse time against him. So when he tries to throw the dagger, she slightly moves everyone. They all come at one time, so it's like a elongated man, Killer Frost vibe. They all come at the same time. Iris is there. She, finagles little things, makes little adjustments, and the dagger ends up stabbing Cicada. He flies off. I don't know why dagger never works on him. I don't think that's ever been established. Why it doesn't take away his meta powers. But he gets stabbed. He flies away. Cisco goes on his date. He has a good time. All is right in the world. Barry comes out of the Speed Force right at the exact time everything is over. But he has a moment with Nora where he explains how messing with time can affect the timeline. And he does the same speech that Jay gave him with the cup scenario. Why they are just having this discussion now and why they have not had this discussion previously, I can't tell you. Okay, so that whole episode then puts Wells back on the scent of Nora, and he's trying to figure out her big mystery. So it was pointless for us to have that whole episode last episode where she brought back his ex-wife to throw him off the scent, because the very next episode he's back to investigating Nora. What was the reason? What was the reason? And then we get a final scene of Nora and Thawne. Now Nora is still trusting Thawne. I don't know why, because Cisco gave her the pep talk. You know, they have to have a pep talk each episode. Cisco gave her the pep talk, and in that pep talk he informed her that he died in another timeline because Thawne vibrated his hand through his chest. She at the end goes to Thawne, is like, tell me you know what you're doing, tell me this isn't making it worse. He yells at her, snaps at her, which is a scary moment, and I'm sure she's still going to follow him like the dummy that she is. So that was Cause and XS recap. Now, what do I give the episode? I give the episode a fail. I didn't enjoy it. I thought it was so unnecessary, such a filler episode, because Grant was on wedding duty, which is fine. Congrats to him, as I said. But the episode I didn't enjoy it. I give it a C. I give it a C. I'm not gonna give it an F, because there's certain things, like as far as like, you know, special effects and how they did all that, that was cool. But nope. You know, maybe I should give it a D or F, because I'm being too gracious with it. I'm being too gracious with it because I love the show. It was an F. It was a fail. I didn't enjoy the episode. I wouldn't repeat the episode. It was a waste of my time. I didn't enjoy it. So this is a harsh review. This has got to be one of the harshest reviews I've ever given to any episode, any show that I've ever put up here. And this is my favorite show. Ugh. They've been so lacking lately, guys. I don't know what to do with The Flash, but I feel like they have me. They are holding me hostage. But, you know, I just can't give up on it right now. But this episode was pretty bad. And that's all I'm going to say about that. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. I'm just defeated. I'm just so defeated. Ugh. It could have been so much better. This episode could have been done in a different way. This episode probably shouldn't even been needed. She just scrapped it. Flash is going on a break, so it comes back in March, and it comes back with Gorilla Grodd versus King Shark, which sounds great, but I have no faith. So what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. I honestly cannot wait to discuss with you. I just want to know if anybody else was as disappointed in this episode as I was. I'm not feeling Nora. They dumbed her down. I'm not feeling the lack of Barry this entire season. The show's called The Flash, and I am just sick and tired of all these extra metas that don't mean anything taking up my screen time when I could be seeing Barry do awesome things. And that's just how I feel about it. So, alright, let me know what you think in the comments, and we will discuss. Until next time, Central City citizens, Flash fans, and my geeks and freaks, I am out of here. Big girl geek out. Peace. Hey, where are you going? You just watched a cool video. Subscribe.